Here's the snapback. Here's the kick. He's got the leg into it. If it is good, and it is! Austin scores! A 49-yard field goal, and Indiana leads 27-24.
Oh, it's an end around one to throw. Page looking at the quarterback, and it's a touchdown! Page times Leno! Penix rolling out of the pocket to a strong hand. Delivers deep down the field. Caught, touchdown! Fry Fogel again.
Welcome to the OEO podcast. I'm your host, Michael Bragg. You can find me on Twitter. It's at Bragley, Braggley. I'm here with my co-host who is in Fargo. It's Brandon. You can follow him on Twitter. It's at Brandon Dubich. Brandon spelled traditionally Dubich, D-U-B-I-C-H. What's up, Brando?
Not much in sunny but cold Fargo. And I plan on taking this podcast to the wood chipper.
When you think Fargo, you think sunny and cold, right? Isn't that like I imagine that there's probably snow on the ground right now, right?
What I didn't think, and I should have, is like there's like high winds here, like because there's like nothing to block the wind because there's nothing for miles. But the people are very nice. Cool. Go figure, right?
I'm assuming you're not staying at like Phyllis's bed and breakfast or something, right? You're just I'm
a Marriott Platinum Elite for life.
Hey, there it is. And Seth called it pregame when he saw the lobby.
Bon voy.
Speaking of Seth, unfortunately, he's with us again. If you haven't done it already, you can block him on Twitter. It's at Setah5, Setah5. What's up, Seth?
I told you I would recognize that Marriott defibrillator anywhere.
You did. There's word for word out of his mouth. Speaking of defibrillation, we're going to need to probably do that during this game. So, and the game we're talking about is week 8. It's at Rutgers. That's going to take place on October 22nd. It's IU's 8th straight consecutive game. Noon kickoff in Piscataway, New Jersey, which if you're going to put anything below Fargo, it's going to be Piscataway. So it's going to take place at, is it SHI or do they call it SHE? I don't know, whatever it is. It's the stadium that's always half full. That one that you see at noon on Big Ten during October games. So there you go. Real quick history lesson against Rutgers. The last matchup was last year, because we play them every year, and it was terrible. It was IU 3, Rutgers 38. I believe we talked about this a little bit last week. It was 17-3 at halftime, and that kept us in our seats for at least another quarter or so, or at least until the students started taking their shirts off again.
Seth, you went to this game, right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I thought I remembered Misery Loves Company.
Yes. You know? Was this the first shirtless game, or was that against Ohio State?
No, this was this game.
It was this game, yeah. So the poor students that did show up ended up behind the band, I believe, no shirts on, and it was pretty cold. So, at least there's some sort of highlight out of that. All-time record, IU still leads. IU 5, Rutgers 3. I think they used to play like in like the 1880s and stuff. I don't know, whenever football was invented, because this is the birthplace of football. Is that correct, Seth? Yeah, but I don't think that really counts. So like 5-3 since 2014. IU's got the lead. Head coach, NFL reject Greg Schiano, in his 14th combined season with Rutgers, because I guess if you don't burn the bridge, they'll let you come back to New Jersey. So he's 76-81 over 14 seasons, the greatest coach in Rutgers football history. Schedule for Rutgers up to this point, by the way, they are Vegas. Brandon, you're the Vegas guy. 4.5 over under for them. When I have
them, just spoiler alert, I have them at 4 for
okay. Well, when you go through their non-conference, I think you're going to grab 2, maybe 2.5 out of the non-conference. That's going to start at Boston College, which is never an easy place to play. BC giving 7.5 to start. So thought that line was pretty good. What do you think, Seth?
Boston College has a really good quarterback. I can't remember his last name, but
Bill Jerkovich.
There you go. Thank you.
Jerkovich.
I think he's a Notre Dame transfer.
Okay.
Yeah, Pittsburgh guy, high school. Pine Richland, I think, which is like basically they're like Carmel.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're going to start at BC, and then they've got Wagner, who I wasn't sure even had a football team. They're going to play them at home.
Did they make an NCAA run or at least won a game a few years ago?
I think so. Maybe they were 15.
I think they beat Duke in a 2-15.
Yeah, it was something like they only won one game, but it was like huge.
Wasn't Wagner the one with the dude that did the dude that was doing the dance in the middle of the thing after they beat Duke? I think that was them. I don't know. Then they go to Temple, and Temple was not the same football team they were 5 years ago. And then Iowa at Ohio State, Nebraska at home, and then a bye week, conveniently the week before IU visits New Jersey. So, yeah, lots of L's there, a couple of easy dubs. But that's what they've got coming up to IU. Anything else you guys want to add to Rutgers as a program, before we get into their key players or the ones that I could find?
I mean, again, I brought it up last week. If any team is going to see an exodus out of the Big Ten, Rutgers has got to be up there. I think I picked Maryland, but Rutgers is always just such a weird team. It's so weird. Like they don't make sense in so many ways. If you would say you go to UCLA and you had them name. This is an early Brando's Randos. And you had them name the Big Ten schools. Rutgers is the one most forget, right?
Rutgers, Nebraska, maybe. Yeah, I think Rutgers, Nebraska, Maryland, something like that. Yeah.
They're the forgotten kid. They're not even the middle child. They're like 6th out of 8 that, finally drifts away.
Yeah. Who's the team you always forget about?
Northwestern.
I always forget about Minnesota. I know it's weird, but I always
spent the entire day
Minnesota.
in Minneapolis, so couldn't wait to get out. I was not looking to row that boat.
Now you're in Fargo, and I bet you wish you were back in Minneapolis. So
I was way off on Wagner. They, there's no such thing.
They didn't do anything?
No.
Well, that was me. I set you up. I gave you bad info.
Yeah, I just ran with it. I'm just the accessory. So
I was thinking Mercer.
And
I just
Bears.
I saw an opportunity to pile on Duke and couldn't help myself.
It's always welcome. Always welcome.
Can we talk their quarterback already?
Yeah, we're going to get there. We're going to talk maybe 3 of them. And this is probably why I questioned the over-under win total. And as you were talking, I was kind of thinking, I think you could bring it down 1. I think 3.5 seems right, because when we talk key players, we talked about it last year. I'll talk about it this year. We always talk the quarterback on the team. Based off everything I've read today, which was terrible. It looks like it's going to be your boy Noah Vedral back again, bringing in those stats from 2021 with 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, thrown at a clip just a smidge under 60% at 59.4. And he'll probably be their leading rusher. I know he's going to be their leading returning rusher, I believe.
So last week, I was just lauding over Talia's completion percentage.
Yeah, now you're going to do it again.
Dang near 70%. You know what Noah Vedral's completion percentage is?
I just said it.
59%.
Like literally just
That's
came out of
not
my mouth.
much better than Dickie Legault. Like Dickie Legault was 57%. But at least Dickie had an arm, right? Noah can't hit a broadside of a barn, and he can't throw it more than 20 yards. Like, I don't understand. No one has failed upwards at a Power 5 program more than Noah Vedral.
Yeah.
Brandon Peters did it twice.
Oh, Brandon Peters.
Brandon Peters did do it twice.
And I don't mean anything against Brandon, but
So
but I don't understand how you keep trotting this guy out. I don't understand.
Neither does the national media.
I said it last year in the preview pod, and he went on to beat IU 38-3. But he's got to be the worst Big Ten quarterback by like a significant margin.
Yeah. I mean, there's no
Seth
arguing
is dying laughing.
He's dying because he's thinking about how IU actually lost. And believe it or not, he didn't actually beat IU. He just kind of got the ball in our 30-yard line every time. So, this what I was hinting at with the national media is, and we may not even see Noah Vedral at this point in the season, which is kind of scary.
Want to see Noah Vedral.
I know. They have a guy named Gavin Wimsatt. He's a 4-star red shirt freshman, I believe, out of Kentucky, which is why would you go to Rutgers from there?
Do they go back to their Wildcat quarterback, Johnny Langan?
He's gone, I'm pretty sure.
No,
yeah,
no.
Is he on the roster?
He's still there.
No,
he's not as a quarterback though. He's now officially a tight end.
There you go.
But we have a Taysom Hill situation.
Maybe they might.
Again, I told you guys I did no research. I did very little research, but I did look up their roster, and Johnny Langan is still on the roster, and he's the better quarterback.
He's not going to play a factor. He's not going to be a factor in this game. Noah Vedral or Gavin Wimsatt is who we're going to see. As they said, Gavin Wimsatt, a highly ranked recruit, I believe top 11 quarterback, I think, coming out of high school, 4-star. The offers were, pretty good. I mean, both the Kentucky schools and, decent stuff. And then he chose Rutgers, and now he's stuck behind Noah Vedral, I guess. So, we may see him, may not. I guess the coaches really love Noah, and that's the way that they're leaning. So one of the targets, or at least the only one that I could really get hung on outside of what's his name? Cruikshank. Yeah, he's like the little scat guy, right?
Yeah.
Scat guy, return guy. Is they brought in a transfer from Syracuse and Taj Harris, who, outside of his size at 6'2", he's got good build for a wide receiver. Last year, I believe he was injured a little bit. Nothing stands out, man. A career high 5 touchdowns and 733 yards receiving in 2020.
Can I give another Brando's Randos real quick?
Go ahead.
Would you rather, if you had a choice and your 3 choices of choosing to go play college football were at Boston College, Syracuse, or Rutgers, where would you go?
Boston College.
I've always been intrigued by Boston College, but I'll go Syracuse just to play in the dome.
I'm not picking Rutgers.
It was never a choice. I would have never picked Rutgers. Maybe in 2007, when like Ray Rice, 2006-ish. Ray Rice,
is Boston College
stuff, but no,
like close by Harvard. There's like a million colleges down there. That's where I'm thinking I'm going.
It's just in Boston.
Because the amount of colleges that are there, that's what I would choose. Yeah. Strictly on a talent basis.
Yeah, I think I'd lean Syracuse, but Boston College would be interesting. But no, there would be zero interest. There's nothing else to talk about. Just the fact that that's about all he did, and what most would consider to be a usually fairly high octane offense in Syracuse, and nothing. So, and that's where it ends for me, man. And we'll talk about it here. This is what Seth and I were talking about while we were waiting for you to get your king queen situation figured out. When you think of something, let's play a game real quick, Brandon, because you weren't part of this. When you think Maryland, and I tell you to think, tell me a position group that really stands out, and go, let's just go around the Big Ten. Yeah. Or quarterback, right?
Call it.
Let's go Minnesota.
Minnesota, you definitely think either offense or defensive line.
Right. Running back too. Let's go Nebraska.
Running back.
Right.
Offensive lineman.
Wisconsin. Same thing.
Offensive
Office
lineman,
lineman,
running back.
tight end.
Linebacker, tight end, running back, right? So there's something that each one of these teams, Purdue, what's good at Purdue this year? Quarterback, really good quarterback. What do you think IU, if I said, what is a really good group at IU this year? What is it? You can
Secondary.
tell me, right? Secondary. Immediately. You're like, boom, secondary. When you think about Rutgers, what is the best group on Rutgers?
Noah Vedral. Just kidding. I have no idea.
I legitimately
Greg
could
Schiano.
not.
That's my answer. Coaching.
That's a pretty good one, I guess. If you had to pick one, it would be that's it. There's no real player group that stands out. Now, granted, this is, both wide receivers that are starting now are going to be transfers, so we don't know how that's going to translate. But okay, that wasn't on purpose, but I'll take it. Nothing really stands out to us. I mean, the offensive line is going to have some work to do. The defense was not good last year, not based off of what they did to IU, but not good last year at all. The offense literally averaged 19 points a game, and they were like 120th or something in the country in total offense. They didn't add anything to it to make it any better.
And their best two players are in the pros.
Yeah, exactly. So
they do have a new defensive coordinator.
Where's the talent? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
So it's hard to pick, and this is going to come back to bite me, I'm sure, at some point, but I don't see anything that stands out. I mean, I could be wrong. Again, we're in July talking about a game that's going to take place 3 months from now. So you never know. Let's get into key matchups real quick. I'll start. I've got three, Brandon. I've got IU players versus New Jersey, but it's just like, I've never been there before outside of it just driving to the Pinstripe Bowl in 2015, but it just seems awful. Like, I'm assuming they're staying in New Jersey. Like, they don't stay across the river. Like, they stay close to the state. Like, it can't be a good vibe. I feel like every time I watch a game there's some sort of like haze on the screen. I don't know what it is, but that's my first matchup. Anything else you want to add to that one?
No.
Okay.
Just don't catch anything.
I hope we catch footballs. That'd be nice.
So my thing is, and this is going to seem silly, but like, make the easy plays. Like, that's not necessarily a matchup, but like, you're not going to have to do anything. Leave the trick plays at home. The defense isn't good. The offense isn't good. Don't send an all-out blitz. Don't run 9 corner blitzes. Don't run the okey doke double reverse. Just like, keep things as simple as possible. There aren't very many Big Ten games where you're going to have the talent advantage. IU is going to have the talent advantage. So like, that's my matchup. My number one matchup is just keep things simple. You have to be creative against Michigan, against Ohio State, against 75% of the Big Ten. You don't have to do that in this game. So my matchup is just match up guy versus guy and beat them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Which is where it kind of leads into my next one, which is our defensive line against their inexperienced or just not very good, if they're going to play the experienced guys, offensive line. You got to force Noah to Noah. That's what I wrote. That's it. I mean, the run game isn't bringing back anybody that should scare anybody. Again, we don't know. We haven't really seen him. Pacheco's been back there a lot. Noah Vedral loves to run the football. So, I mean, if you can keep Noah Vedral from hurting you, I guess, with his feet, you should be okay. Because he will allow you to allow him to make mistakes. So, Noah gonna Noah. You just got to make it happen.
So my thing, we're in the LEO podcast. So this may be blasphemy. You may want to smack me if your arm will reach North Dakota, but it's Greg Schiano versus Tom Allen. Too many times Tom Allen's lost challenges or have got beat on special teams or either over-schemed or under-schemed. As much as the Greg Schiano is slimy, like nobody's a better New Jersey coach than Greg Schiano. And he's kind of like, you know, like he is New Jersey, but he's actually a pretty good coach. Like, for as sleazy and slimy as he is, Tom just can't get blatantly out-coached here. He can't let Greg Schiano steal a timeout or steal an extra possession or score late in the first half, right? Like, Tom Allen cannot get outwardly beat by Greg Schiano. I see Seth nodding his head. Mike, does that make sense to you at all?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Just
and as much as I love Tom, sometimes he can get out X'd and O'd, right? Like Tom is a motivator. He's a leader of men. He's about as good and strong-willed as you can be as a coach, but sometimes he does get the latter part of the strategy and he cannot have that. So that's something that I'll be watching. Like I said, challenges, end of halves, end of quarters, situations, things like that, I think are going to be significant in this game.
Yeah. Sometimes Tom Allen I don't know if he just gets sucked into the atmosphere of the game or like what's going on, but he'll do the weird challenge or he'll take a timeout when he's not supposed to take a time. Just a weird thing where you're like, okay, he's got to know something. And then it ends up biting us. I forget,
it wasn't last season and it wasn't the amazing 2020 season, but I think it was either in his first or second year. He called all 3 timeouts in the third quarter, and you and I are like, this is going to be important. And I don't remember if it was but I remember it's his time. Why are you calling a timeout? It makes no sense.
Yeah, I think probably just to lay into somebody or something. Just something that was okay, you could have waited on this one, but.
Yeah,
we're not coaches, so
no.
What are you going to do? My last one was just scrap last year. I mean, last year was that was one of the worst games I think I've had to sit through as an IU fan, maybe since 2011. I mean, a lot Kevin Wilson's first year, because those teams were terrible, but those were, and I stuck around for some really bad games that year, but that was bad to watch. I mean, there was no emotion in the stadium. The season was pretty much written at that point. The players were, everything was sloppy. It was a weird game to be at. So just scrap last year. It was what it was. It's over. Move on. Again, the turnovers were terrible. We allowed an offense to score nearly double the amount that they averaged. So it was a tough one to watch, and we didn't watch most of it. We watched most of it, unfortunately.
We did. Well, then we would leave end of third quarter?
Around the third. At some point during the third quarter. Yeah, I think so. If we hung on to the hope of 17-3 getting the ball back or something like that. So yeah, that's what we do. That's why we're doing the podcast every week. So, all right. Anything else you want to add? Key matchup, Seth? You want to add anything in there?
Yeah, I got one. So Brandon touched base on this a little bit. And this is special teams. This is a classic game where Aaron Cruikshank has 5 return touchdowns. He's a 5th-year guy. I don't like him at the slot. I don't think he's a great receiver, but I think he is a pro returner. So that's a guy you're going to need to watch out for and make sure you scheme for from the coverage angle.
Yeah, I don't like to talk special teams against Rutgers because it was 2020. I think I about gave Brandon a heart attack while he was in an Uber or something during.
Yeah, I was in an Uber down to a wedding, of course. #banfall weddings. And you're like, the play's not dead. The play's not dead. And I'm like, please don't do this to me.
Yeah. IU was up a ton, and then Rutgers scores, and then IU scores, and then they come back and they
got a touchdown. They got a touchdown, but luckily the ball either went forward or touched the ground or
Bo Milton, I think, threw the ball forward at midfield or the second to last throw or something there was before the touchdown. Yeah, it was crazy. Whatever. I'm sure everybody listening knows what we're talking about. It was just terrible part. But yeah, anything else you want to do before we move on and we get into Brando's Randos? Nope, everybody's good. Okay. Real quick before we do that, word from our sponsor, Monon Track Club. MTC is Indiana's running brand built on a deep love for the sport and Hoosier State. They craft products, tell stories, and create experiences that aim to celebrate, support, add to Indiana's running culture. Check out the link in the show notes for more details on their club runs and to shop their gear from shirts to hoodies to koozies. As a thank you to our listeners, they are offering 10% off your order. Use promo code LEO10 at checkout for that discount. That's LEO10, LEO10. I read that almost word for word. We might get paid for that one. Moving on to Brando's Randos. Brandon, what do you got? You got anything left, or did you rando us all out already?
I did not. You know I came prepared. So I'm in North Dakota. You're in Indiana. Rutgers is in New Jersey. What is the state you would like to live in the least?
Ooh, that's a great question. Seth knows his answer already.
Kentucky.
Really? Because I think whiskey and bourbon would keep me in Kentucky. The dry counties, maybe not. I won't live there. But
Arkansas.
for me, it's Alaska. Like, I can't do the
Oh,
cold.
yeah, I didn't. Oh, continental United
Okay,
States.
if we're sticking continental, Maine.
Maine seems dope, though, like lighthouses and ocean. Like, it's cold, yeah,
cold.
but like
Cold.
and like maple syrup and stuff. I don't know what else they're used, like what they're good for, but
LL Bean.
LL Bean.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
in Maine.
Yeah.
It's important.
Arkansas is where I'm going.
It doesn't
Dude.
bother me.
I'm going Arkansas. What does Arkansas bring me? Nothing. No pro sports. The Clintons.
Sweet.
The Clintons and Walmart. That's what I got in Arkansas. But we're close to Texas and the rest of the other SEC schools.
So I'll keep this short because, like I said, I've had a lot of Brando's Randos already. But can you think of a multi-year quarterback worse than Noah Vedral? And it could be at our beloved IU, right? Like, can you think of a quarterback that started consecutive seasons that is as bad as Noah Vedral? I cannot.
Who was the quarterback during oh my gosh, Seth, who was your last coach?
Harrell?
Who is the
Hazel?
quarterbacks? Yeah, who are the quarterbacks during Hazel?
We had Robert. No, that
Marv?
wasn't Hazel. Robert Marv. We had for a little bit. We had a situation where you guys had where our quarterback 1 year turned to our middle linebacker next year. That wasn't great.
I don't know if we can single out Purdue for any of that. I mean, I'm sure Northwestern has had like a really bad quarterback. I know when we beat them 2019, Indiana and Northwestern.
Well, if we can't think of anything,
Caleb Thorson.
Fans, listeners, you guys have anything, let us know. But I generally think Noah Vedral will go down as the WOT.
Oh, Hunter Johnson was terrible. Against IU, he was 7 of 17 for 65 yards.
It's another guy who was like a 5-star out of high school.
Indiana quarterbacks, man.
Zionsville?
No, he was out of Avon or Brownsburg.
Brownsburg. Peters was Avon. He was Brownsburg.
Yeah. Indiana quarterbacks. I'm telling you, you got to watch them. Gunnar Keel.
Yeah, you got to get suburban Chicago walk-ons. That's where you need to find them.
Or Santa Claus, Indiana. Either one.
Well, he went to Vandy, that traitor.
Yeah, that guy.
But that's all I got for Brando's Randos, since I've already peppered 3 or 4 of them in.
Don't you have to be smart to go to Vanderbilt?
Oh yeah,
he doesn't seem smart, right?
He was smart enough to play quarterback,
I guess. I mean, smart enough to get Kristen Cavallari, whatever her name is, right? Are they still together?
No,
divorce.
Ooh.
Very.
I
public.
love Jake Cutler. I'll admit, I'm like, you always get that question, like, who would you like to hang out with? Like, it's always like Ryan Reynolds, Shia LaBeouf. Like, I want to hang out with Jake Cutler, right? Like, Jake Cutler just seems like just enough amount of no fucks given and a right amount of money to just be an awesome time. Like,
he is still the most recent football player's jersey that I have purchased. I've purchased like retro ones from before, like a Walter Payton one, but he is the most recent player jersey I have bought.
If you don't want it, give it to me. I'll take it.
It's the last good quarterback he's had. He's got to keep it.
Hey, I'm still trying to, I don't know, buy into this Justin Fields hype. It's tough. All right, it's time for the sack. Let's do the sack.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
do it. Let's do it.
So Greg Schiano's second stint with Rutgers. I can think of Bill Snyder at K-State, who left, came back. Rick Carlisle with the Pacers, left, came back. Are there any IU head coaches you would welcome back happily?
Football?
Gary Hefner, RIP.
Oh, okay. Well, you can't do Womack or DeBoer, certainly, but are there any ones you would welcome back?
It's a good question. Wasn't Kirby Smart like a GA or something here?
Head coach. Can't do an assistant.
Oh, it's got to be a head coach. All
yeah,
right.
I was gonna say, because DeBoer would be a pretty sweet spot at this point.
Yeah, I don't think
Man, I don't
so.
know.
I mean,
what, Kevin Wilson? I mean, he's a proven offensive coordinator at a powerhouse school.
yeah, but he's not.
Let's just wear our crazy Marvel multi-universe thing. This podcast would not exist if Kevin Wilson was still the coach.
True.
That's a program I just can't get behind that guy, right? Like he's not as sleazy as Greg Schiano, but like Kevin Wilson never inspired me, right? Like Kevin Wilson never bought me into the program like I am right now. Like I would not be doing this. So you're right. Kevin Wilson is a brilliant mind. He knows more about football than I ever will. He knows more about football in one position group than I'll know about all of football. But like, no, I don't think I'd want Kevin Wilson back. I don't know. Am I alone here, Michael?
No, I went through everybody I could think of as far as. I mean, we can't go
Bernardo,
back and
Corso.
we can't
They're
go back
still
and
kicking.
grab them. Like we can't go back and grab Maori and be like, go coach now. You know what I mean? It's not going to work. But no,
I mean,
don't
Harbaugh
think
was
so.
a GA. I don't like your non-GA rule. I think IU's had some pretty solid GAs.
I was trying to backdoor you into complimenting Kevin Wilson. Sorry,
you'll never get that out of me. You'll never get that out of me. Not a chance.
Is that the only thing you got in there? You got more?
No, I got more. Is there a player in the last 10, 20 years that you would trust to lead IU football post Tom Allen?
A player to be a coach?
Yep.
In the last 10 years.
Peyton Ramsey.
Peyton Ramsey's great. That's a great call there.
He's got Major Applewhite written all over him, right? Like Major Applewhite was, he went back to Texas and then bounced around and now is in the position he's in. Man, I don't know how IU would be very dumb not to get Peyton involved in the program somehow. Yeah, that's mine. If you want to go a little farther back, Antoine Randall.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
He
is
kind of has
20,
that like Deion Sanders. Like I have a bunch of Florida State fans. I've said this a lot on this podcast. Like they hate Mike Norvell. I don't remember the Oregon Willie Taggart.
Mm-hmm.
Like Florida State just keeps getting all these up and coming coaches, and they're just like, just bring on Deion. Like Deion doesn't have the recruiting connections. He's never been at a big program, but he knows Florida State, right? He knows the state of Florida. The same thing that I think can be said of Antoine Randall, right? Like, he doesn't have the coaching history or the background or the connections or the coaches and on and on and on, but like he'll get a fan base going. He'll get, high school recruits don't know him, but he's a pretty electric personality. So those would be my two. If you had me.
Yeah, Randall L's got the coaching now. I mean, he's a Super Bowl winner, I think, right? Did he win it?
Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
I meant as a coach.
So this has been 30 years, but what about like a Trent Green?
Trent Green, maybe, but I don't get many. You know what? Who's part of the program now? who wasn't a massive part of the program before, but is a huge like backer for it, is Rhett Lewis from the NFL Network, is now the color commentator on radio. He's even on the NFL Network, he's always pushing IU. I think you just need that kind of a coach, I think, right now. That's a big promoter like Tom Allen. So that's a good question.
All right. One last tie in here. Is there another movie other than Fargo named after a city or state that you really like? I thought of like, there's Chicago, Cedar Rapids.
Cedar Rapids is great.
You have this show on FX, Atlanta. I've heard
Oh
great
yeah.
things about.
Yes, certainly.
I haven't watched it, but I've heard. There was a Lonely Island guy. What is his name? He had a movie, very funny movie on Hulu, about a town in
talking about
California.
Adam.
Oh my gosh, it was
What's his
so
name?
funny. If you haven't watched it, hold on. Let me look this up.
There's
Andy Samberg.
Andy
or-
Samberg.
Andy
That's the one I was
Samberg,
thinking
yes.
of.
Yeah, he did a movie on Hulu. Hold on. I'm literally trying to look it up on IMDb. It's so funny. It's a playoff Palm Springs.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
It's a playoff Groundhog's Day, and it's honestly not as funny as Groundhog's Day, but it's like the best knockoff version of Groundhog's Day you can get. It's so good. Miami Vice. Got Miami in it.
I'm going Cedar Rapids. I think you're right. I like that movie a lot. Ed Helms.
Cedar Rapids kind of sucks.
I mean, as a
no.
city or the movie? I like the movie. Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John C. Riley.
What about Fear and Loathing? Does that count? Fear and Loathing
Yeah.
in Las Vegas?
Yeah, that would count.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's all I got.
Okay. I don't understand why we did that question, but it's fine. We'll run with it. It's
Because
okay.
Brandon's in Fargo. And
Oh yeah,
it's-
that's right. That's the connection. I just wasn't really paying attention. But all right, let's get into predictions. Seth, how bad are we losing to Rutgers on the road?
So I have IU coming in at 4-3, Rutgers coming in at 2-4, and IU improving to 5-3 with a 27-10 victory.
Oh, goodness.
I just
Okay.
I don't think they can score. I think they have one really good return, and that's it.
All right, I'll say Brandon's for last. We had the same score for IU. I've got IU scoring 27, and I have Rutgers just having one of those games. It's just one of those IU Rutgers games whenever it's at their place. I got IU 27, Rutgers 24. It's way too close. Way too close. Brandon, what do you got?
So I got about a 10-year fandom. I don't have the history Michael has, but I have two most embarrassing losses of all time. And it was 38-3 last year, and it was the homecoming game where we were up 28-3. Everything embarrassing comes up Rutgers, and the schneid continues. I have them kicking a game-winning field goal at 24-21 Rutgers, and this could be the one that keeps us not bowling. This is the game where I black out at your new house, and I get in a bad place with my wife the next day, just because this is the game that just kind of the straw that breaks the camel's back. I mean, there does seem just to be that game historically with IU, and unfortunately it happened again. Two of the most embarrassing losses in the past decade have come to Rutgers, and unfortunately 3 is a charm here. So I have us falling to 5-3 and losing 3 in a row, losing a heartbreaker to Michigan, a shootout against Talia, and then just absolutely dropping the ball, probably actually figuratively and literally in this game. 24-21 Rutgers.
Yeah, well, I don't agree with that, but you did hint at new house. This is the last time I will be recording in this office here, so yeah, next week I might sound a little different. We'll see how that goes.
Congratulations, Michael.
Yeah. Thanks. We're not done yet. We got to get through Friday, but yeah, we're good as far as everything goes on our end. We'll see
Who do
how
we
it
got
goes.
next week? Who's breaking the schneid next week, Michael? Who we cover?
Well, I don't know if you might as well mark this one down as a loss in your book, the way this one's going. Be sure to check out the pod on Twitter. It's at podcastleo. Be sure to download, rate, review, follow on all of our platforms. We'll talk to you next week when Brandon gives us a loss against the bye week. Until then, we love you guys. Elio.
Elio.
Elio. Awesome day. Elio. Thank you so much, Rick. I appreciate that. Elio. All right, great. Elio. Appreciate you guys. Elio. You're welcome, Dave. Have a great day. Elio. Have a great day. Elio. Appreciate you being here with us. Have an awesome day. And Elio. Oh, thank you so much. Elio. Well, thanks so much, Elio. Hey, thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate that. Elio. Appreciate you guys, man. Have an awesome day. Elio. Awesome. Elio. Elio.